Hello students, it's Bunty sir here. Inspired by the initiative taken by our respected principal sister Shema Maria, I am making this video so that I can teach you something from distance. This is my first initiative. So let me teach you today the second chapter of physics, that is work, power and energy. So what is work? In general, when we are sitting also, we say that we are doing work. Like at home, when you study, you say that you are working. But in physics, work is said to be done when a force acts on a body and there is displacement. So let us understand this one, that when the force acts on a body, suppose you are pushing a wall, you are applying the force, but there is no displacement of the wall, then in that case there is no work done. The force that acts on a body must displace the body in order to get the work done. So for the work to be done, force is required and there must be some displacement. Not alone the displacement in the direction of force must be done. So work is said to be done only when the force is applied on a body and makes the body to move. That is, there is displacement in the body. Like if you push a car, then the car moves. We are doing the work. Now, how the work is measured? Work is measured as a product of force and displacement in the direction of force. Force and displacement in the direction of force. So work is measured as a force, product of force and displacement in the direction of force. Now, what is the displacement in the direction of force? In order to understand that, let us take any vector quantity. Now this vector quantity, say the displacement in this case, can be resolved in two components. One component making the angle with the vector, so that angle if I say theta, and the other perpendicular to it. You can consider that from the tail of the vector you can draw two axes, x and y, and the displacement makes the angle with the x axis. Then the displacement in the x axis with which the displacement is making the angle, we have considered the angle theta, it is called horizontal component. And it is written as d cos theta. And the other one is called the vertical component, and it is written as d sin theta. So this is about the resolution of vectors. Now when you are applying a force on a body and the body is not moving in the direction of force, but it moves in a direction such that it makes some angle theta with the direction of force, then we will resolve the displacement in the direction of force as d cos theta. Then work done will be equal to F d cos theta, that is force and displacement, product of force and displacement in the direction of force. Now three situations arise. Number one, we have the expression of work done as Fd cos theta. So when theta is equal to 0, when theta will be equal to 0, let us take an example that a body falls from certain height. Suppose its mass is m and acceleration due to gravity, as you know, that it is g. Now when it falls from certain height, the displacement is also in the vertically downward direction, and the force, which is the weight of the body, that is in the vertically downward direction. So in that case, force will be the gravitational force, that is the weight of the body, and the displacement is in the direction of force. So theta will be how much? 0. In that case, work will be equal to F into d. F into d. In our example, we have taken a body of mass m and it is falling vertically. So what is the force here? That is the weight of the body. Then it is equal to mg, force equal to mg, and if it falls certain distance, say h, then in that case displacement is h, then the work done will be equal to mgh. Now that is a separate part. mgh is the work done on a body falling from a certain height. Otherwise, we can take when theta is equal to 0, that is the force is in the direction of displacement, then work done is equal to Ft. It is positive work, and is said to be work done on the body. Work done on the body. On the body. Now, second case, let us take. Second case, what is the second case? Second case is when theta is equal to 90 degree. Now, when theta will be 90 degree. Suppose a coolie is working with a load on his head. The weight on a horizontal platform. The weight of the load through the coolie acts vertically downward. So this is the direction of force. And what is the displacement of the load? Load is horizontal. So what is the angle between the displacement and the force? It is 90 degree. So in this situation, theta is equal to 90 degree. What is the value of cos 90 degree? Cos 90 degree is 0. In that situation, W is equal to Ft into 0, that is equal to 0. So though the force acts on a body, but the displacement is in the direction perpendicular to the direction of force, work done is equal to 0. Other situation where work done will be 0, same situation is, for the same condition is, that suppose the body is moving in a circular path. You know, a body moving with uniform speed in a circular path, that is called uniform circular motion. Here the centripetal force always acts towards the center, and at any point displacement is tangential. So how much will be the work done in this case? Work done will be equal to 0. Now let us take the third situation. Third situation, when theta is equal to 180 degree. When theta will be equal to 180 degree, let us take one example. Suppose you throw a ball up. When the ball is thrown up, the weight of the ball is acting in vertically downward direction. Weight of the ball is acting vertically downward direction, which is the force here, and the displacement is vertically upward. So what is the angle between the force and displacement here? It is 180 degree. And cos 180 degree is equal to minus 1. So how much will be the work done? That is equal to Ft into minus 1. That is equal to minus Ft. It is called negative work and work done by the body. Work done by the body. Now, so these are the three situations. One more example of this type, case 3, you can take that whenever some work is done against the force of friction. Force of friction always act in the direction opposite to the direction of motion. So displacement will be at an angle 180 degree with the force of friction. So here also negative work is done by the body and it is against the force. Now in this situation, when you take theta is equal to 0 suppose, so that is the maximum work done, then W is equal to Ft. If the displacement is in the direction of force, then it is the maximum work done, positive work. In this part, if you put the units, it is Newton and it is meter and we call it joule. So 1 joule is the amount of work done when 1 Newton of force acts on a body and makes it to displace by 1 meter in its own direction. This part is important. Now work is a scalar quantity. So this in CGS system, if you convert joule to work, then 1 joule is equal to 1 Newton, so 10 to the power 5 dyne, and 10 to the power 2 centimeter. So it is 10 to the power 7 dyne centimeter. So which is equal to 10 to the power 7 earth. So this is the CGS unit of work. I have already told you about work done by the force of gravity, where you got work in the first situation, W is equal to mgh. Work is a scalar quantity, I told you, and then I told you the unit of work in CGS system and in SI system, and I told you also about the relationship between them. Now, so long we were discussing about the work done when the force remains constant. If the force is variable, then how can we calculate work? In this situation, when the force is variable, we cannot apply the expression W is equal to Ft cos theta. So in that case, what you will do, you will plot a graph between force along y-axis and displacement along x-axis, and if the graph will be a straight line as force and displacement is proportional, and then you will find out the area between the graph and the x-axis, that will give you the measure of work done. If you have the constant force also, uniform force, then also we can find out by with the graph displacement along x-axis, and along y-axis we have force. Then if force is uniform, the graph will be a straight line parallel to displacement axis, and then the area between the graph and the x-axis will give you the amount of work done. Next topic is power. What is power? Power is the rate of doing work. So it is work done by time. Rate of doing work, power is equal to work by time. It is also a scalar quantity. And what will be its unit? Unit will be joule per second. We can write it as joule per second, it is called watt. This is called watt. So 1 watt is 1 joule by 1 second. So how will define 1 watt power? When 1 joule of work is done by a body in 1 second, then the power developed is said to be 1 watt. The other units of power are the bigger units that can be kilowatt. So 1 kilowatt is equal to 1000 watt. 1 kilowatt is equal to 1000 watt. Now, gigawatt. So 1 gigawatt is equal to 10 to the power 9 watt, and 1 megawatt is equal to 10 to the power 6 watt. Smaller units of power, milliwatt 10 to the power minus 3 watt, and microwatt 10 to the power minus 6 watt. If you try to find out the relationship between the SI unit and CGS unit of power, then SI unit of power is watt, that is equal to 1 watt. If I take 1 watt is equal to 1 joule by 1 second. So it is equal to 10 to the power 7 erg by 1 second. So it is equal to 10 to the power 7 erg per second. There is another unit of power, and it is largely used in mechanical engineering. It is related to SI, that is called horsepower. Horsepower, or we write it HP. So 1 horsepower is given as 746 watt. For calculation purpose, sometime it is given as 750 watt for simplicity in calculation. But if it is not mentioned in the question, we will take 746 watt. The difference between work and power. The first difference is work done by a force is equal to the product of force and the displacement in the direction of force. That is the definition. Then power definition. Power is the source. Power of a source is the rate of doing work by